In the heart of political discourse, Keir Starmer's recent decision to cut personal independence payments has ignited a fiery backlash. Labour MPs have not held back, branding these cuts as both unforgivable and unacceptable. This controversy does more than just stir anger, it uncovers a profound rift within the party, a breach of the foundational values that Labour once stood for. As the ramifications unfurl, the impact of these cuts emerges as a stark reality. Millions of vulnerable citizens, those who rely on these benefits for their very survival, find themselves gripped by fear and uncertainty. The panic among constituents grows, casting shadows over their financial stability, especially in a climate where living costs continuously rise. In the midst of these welfare reforms, Starmer has set his sights on a more controversial initiative, the dismantling of NHS England. This bold step sends tremors through the healthcare community, raising urgent concerns about the future of medical service delivery across the nation.
It's a move that only deepens the discontent simmering within the party.
The plot thickens with the resignation of top NHS England board members, who seemingly foresaw the storm ahead and chose to distance themselves from Starmer's vision. Their departures draw a chilling picture of uncertainty around the future leadership of the NHS, raising eyebrows and concerns about continuity in healthcare policy. As the narrative unfolds, Starmer finds himself under scrutiny for his contradictory approach to NHS reform. He claims a desire to restore democratic control while simultaneously dismantling the very framework that underpins the health service. Such paradoxes invite accusations of a government power grab, leaving critics uneasy. Meanwhile, the potential deployment of British troops in Ukraine looms large, marking a significant escalation in military involvement. This shift raises alarm bells, suggesting a perilous path that could lead directly into confrontation with Russia. Yet, this monumental decision unfolds without robust public debate or expert consultation, igniting further apprehension among citizens. On the economic front, a deal with Mauritius emerges as a staggering financial burden for British taxpayers, projected to cost £18 billion. To put that into perspective, this amount could fund the construction of 18 modern hospitals or provide salaries for 60,000 NHS nurses for an entire decade. The implications are both daunting and hard to ignore. Critics of this plan emphasize the weakened legal justification for making territorial concessions, suggesting serious ramifications for UK-US operational security in the Indian Ocean. Such complications only add layers to the already complex political landscape. Starmer's austerity measures have ignited widespread concern, proposing drastic cuts to public services, with potential reductions of up to 11% in departmental budgets. This looming threat stirs discontent among Labour ministers, who fear the future of essential services hangs in the balance. In a climate of growing uncertainty, many traditional Labour voters, having returned after years of disillusionment, now feel a deep sense of abandonment by the party. This shift towards conservative economic policies is perceived as a betrayal, leading to a critical re-evaluation of their loyalty. In response to Labour's perceived drift away from its core principles, Reform UK deftly positions itself as the new champion of the working class. This strategic maneuver resonates strongly with voters who feel neglected, drawing them into a new narrative that defies the traditional party lines. As the coalition within Labour grows increasingly fragile, internal crises bubble to the surface. With murmurs among MPs about possibly replacing leader Keir Starmer, the dynamics of the party are in a state of flux, illustrating a pivotal moment in its history. Prominent figures within Labour, including the Mayor of Greater Manchester, are stepping forward to voice their opposition to Starmer's welfare cuts. Their warnings highlight the potential for exacerbating poverty among vulnerable populations, marking a crescendo of dissent that reflects the growing faction against the leader's controversial policies. This rebellion spans the ideological spectrum of the party, with many MPs openly questioning their loyalty to a leader who appears to threaten the party's core values. Such fragmentation does not bode well for Labour's future unity, as internal divisions become increasingly pronounced. Recent polling data reveals a disquieting trend, indicating a significant portion of Labour voters are now contemplating their options, eyeing alternative parties with interest. This shift signals a potential electoral backlash against Starmer's leadership, underscoring the urgency for Labour to confront its internal dissent head-on.